If you've got a $500,000 budget and you're moving to Colorado Springs and you want to know where you can get the most bang for your buck, what the heck are you talking about? That can mean so many different things. And we're going to talk about it because it's not that easy of a question to answer. So I want to show you in the MLS the different neighborhoods that it ticks some of these things. So first, do you dream of having spacious yards, good size house, lots of square footage? Maybe you've got a big family, you want 4 or 5 bedrooms, and like honestly, maybe a newer build. Okay, well, for that, if that's the definition of bang for your buck for you, then follow me to my fancy pantsy computer here, and we are going to take a peek. All right, so we've got Colorado Springs. I'm going to show you. Okay, so we've got Colorado Springs here, and what I did, just so that you can see what I'm looking at, so I've got the price set to $475,000 to $515,000. Generally speaking, because $515,000, you're probably going to see a price decrease. It is the end of August, going into September. The housing market is slowing down, and we have selected single family. So when we pull up the map, I want to feast your eyes or direct your eyes down here to the southeast corner. So you've got the airport here in really the southeast corner of the Colorado Springs. This is kind of like right in between Fountain and Security Widefield. So when we zoom in, this is called Lorson Ranch. This is a new build community. All these houses have been built in the last 4 years. Probably the oldest house here is 2019 maybe was the finish. And I've already gone through just to highlight a couple of the houses that kind of fit the criteria. And actually all 3 of them are under $500,000. So look at us go. I want to start with this one. Okay. Beautiful photo. I wonder if that's really what color the sky was. But what we can see here is we've got at $495. It is 3.3, 2,700 square feet. So $181 per square foot. And let's look at some photos. Really, I wonder if the sky was like that. That looks wild. Okay, what we care about this kitchen space. Okay, so likely $500,000 over on the west side of town, you are not going to find a place like this. Now, that being said, full disclosure, I've looked at almost every other house in this neighborhood, and this is probably the nicest one. But you can see this nice pretty stone countertop. It actually has a backsplash. Actually, I kind of wish that it had black grout. So it makes me wonder if it's actually subway tile or if it's like those panels that you can just put up. Anyway, I think it would have looked better with black grout just to make it pop a little bit. You have the it looks like a built-in microwave, even though it's kind of hard to tell in this photo. A huge farm sink, nice appliances, and it's just that's pretty nice for $500,000. You would not see that on the west side of town. But when you see it like that, it doesn't look nearly as big. Look how much bigger the kitchen looks right there than right there. Regardless, still nice. Okay, I want to look at kind of all the photos. Cool, you got a nice big room here. Look at those huge ceilings. All right, we're gonna click through these 43 photos. If your listing agent's posting 43 photos, they are not allowing the mind to want more. So don't do that. Okay, look at this bathroom. This is so nice, right? With these really cute sinks, the little, I don't know what they're called, but waterfall faucets, nice big walk-in closet, unique black toilet. Black toilets are the way, by the way, because you can't see anything. Big stand-in shower. Oh, this is cute. I love this place. And look, $495. If you were on the west side of town, you would not see that. And it was built in 2020. This is the big kicker for all your information, just as we pull this up so that you can see what we're looking at. Let's go back to the map. We're going to click on the other checkbox. So we've got this one. Okay, so this is bang for your buck square footage. So this is 5 bed, 3 bath, and 3,100 square feet, right? And this one comes at $150 a square foot. Now, a lot of people don't know this, so you're welcome, that you actually, in a weird way, it's almost an inverse relationship, that the bigger the square footage in a neighborhood, kind of actually the less dollars per square foot that you're going to get. So let's take a look at this house. It's just a big house. I don't think it's going to be like as fancy, right? Like still has granite countertops, nice big kitchen, luxury vinyl plank floors, decent cabinets. Yeah, like kind of whatever. But look at this big room. Look at those tall ceilings again. Okay, let's go find the master. This big open living room here. Tons of space. Okay, yeah, so like the master, not that exciting, but it is big, nice big vaulted ceiling. And then doesn't have stone countertops, really standard fixtures in here. Plus the shower over there and your little closet. It's kind of whatever, but you get way more square footage, and part of it is because of this giant freaking basement. Okay? So that's $475 and it's under contract, and this is, wow, impressive. It's probably because it was priced really well, if I'm being honest, because the average days on market down here is closer to like 43, I think. And let's go look at this last one. Okay, also under contract. Oh my gosh. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. I do know what I'm talking about. These are just anomalies that are priced really well. Again, 5.4, right? Like finding a 5.4 on the west side of town, first of all, is really, really hard. You look in like OCC, Old Colorado City, which we will talk about in a little bit, and it's totally different. And it is a best bang for your buck, but not for the reasons that Lorson Ranch is the best bang for your buck. So stick around, because I'll tell you why Old Colorado City, or for who, it is the best bang for your buck. But this one, back to the screen, we've got 5-bedroom, 4-bath, 3-car garage, tandem, 2,800 square feet. Yeah, like, all right, let's take a look at this rig. Big old backyard. Nice deck. Okay. Yeah, and like, look at this kitchen space, right? Like, we'll pull up this picture. I like it. Yeah, granite countertops, nothing like out of control, spectacular. You could definitely still do a few things like just to make this space look a little better and a little less like every other freaking house. I do want to see, let's look at the master. Big old basement down here. Oh wait, hello, that's the main level family room. I thought that was the basement. Primary bedroom on upper level, and kind of what we thought it was going to be, right? Really standard bedroom and master suite. You still see the tall ceilings over here, but just the Formica countertops, nothing like jaw-dropping. But look, if you have a big family and you've got 3 or 4 kids or whatever, and you're trying to find a big neighborhood or a neighborhood with bigger houses and you need some more space. Now, I do want to tell you just a little bit more about Lorson Ranch itself. So again, this is kind of where it's at. You see that? Like just northeast of Fountain. First off, it is really, really quiet out here. That is something that I always notice. And there is a little school system right over here. It's got a little track. There are walking trails in the neighborhoods. So, you know, there's not like huge green space out here, which kind of makes me sad. But there are walking trails that kind of go all over the place. In fact, I have a client that just closed today on a house right over here in this area. I won't tell you which house it was, but it was super cool. And like, look, she's got like really great views and they're beautiful homes. These are all new builds out here as well. I like it. It's not bad, but it's not for everybody. I mean, it's not for me personally because I don't have 5 kids. So bang for my buck, it's not it. This is not what I'm interested in. And then I'm going to reference my notes here. So the average lot size out here is 0.3 acres. Average home size is 2,500 square foot, and the average price per square foot is about $160 per square foot. Lorson Ranch. All right. You have heard the saying, location, location, location. So this next neighborhood that we're going to look at is exactly that. And when I'm talking location, and probably when you're talking location, we're talking that Colorado feel. You're moving here because you want to feel like you're living in Colorado. You're close to the mountains, you've got trees, maybe there's deer walking through your neighborhood, there's trail systems to walk, but it's also simultaneously good access to basically everything. Restaurants, open spaces, work, all of the above. So, with no further ado, let's look at Rockrimmon. Now, if it sounds like I really freaking love Rockrimmon, it's because I do. It's one of my favorite places. So, where is Rockrimmon? Let us look at the map. All right, so we have the same filter on. We're still looking at single family homes, 475 to 515. And it just, I want you to see this first. You can see where these groupings are. So we were just looking down here in Lorson Ranch. We got the airport. We've got Platte that comes right here. And then as 24 continues to push up, it gets up towards Falcon. As it goes across, it goes to Manitou. You've got I-25 north and south right here. And you can actually see where these groupings are of $500,000 homes. So we're going to zoom in to the old Rockrimmon. As we zoom in a little bit, we've got the Air Force Academy right here up to the north. Well, this is all the Air Force Academy, right? Davis Airfield is where the skydiving team jumps. You'll see gliders out there. You'll see parachuters. You'll see their little powered flight program. They do a track that kind of basically runs here and here all day. Let's see. All right, as we zoom in. Okay, I'm gonna change this just so that you can see. Let's look at map. Okay, I think this actually is probably more helpful for this now that I think about it. This is Ute Valley Park, right? And Ute Valley Park is really the central, tasty part of Rockrimmon. It's how you know you're in Rockrimmon. Ute Valley Park, I'm gonna go back to satellite now, hello, is just this giant green open space. And there's miles and miles of trails in there, and it's beautiful, and you can have peaceful walks, and you can bike, and you can take your dog out, and there's bouldering. It's really beautiful. I 10 out of 10 recommend it, and it's one of the reasons why the Rockrimmon neighborhood is so freaking popular. But as you notice, when you look at the Rockrimmon neighborhood, there's not a lot of $500,000 homes. So let's go ahead and draw our rectangle. So basically Rockrimmon technically is kind of like Garden of the Gods Road up to Woodman, and that's pretty easy. So we're just gonna go ahead and square that off. And you can see there are 6 properties in that $500,000 range. So what you're going to immediately notice when we click on, and we didn't even need to go through all of them because I've looked at all of them, and there's a central theme to all of them. So we'll start. I didn't like this house at all because I hate that first picture. We're gonna start with this one. This is such a good example. $499, 4 bed, 3 bath. So, okay, pretty big, 2693 square feet. However, this is what you're gonna get over here. Now, I like this lot a lot. There's a lot of lots on the lot sides of the lots that I like a lot. Floor plan, 4 levels. So we got a lot of split levels going on in this house. And why is that happening? It's because this is very common. This neighborhood was really established in the 70s and 80s. So you have a lot of these late 70s, early 80s builds. And some of them look like they haven't been updated since then. Price per square foot, $185. All right, let's take a look. This is fun. So first and foremost, I'm gonna make this big because I think this house shows really well when you look at the lot. And this is, why would people move over here? We talked about this, the trees, the yard, this big, beautiful driveway that comes up. You've got these big mature trees over here, right? Oh man, look at that backyard, right? There's privacy. Oh wait, this is still the front yard. I love it. But you can see, okay, so this is the backyard. And even between there, you've got these big mature trees in between. So it's really spectacular. Now, let's look at the inside of this rig. Dun, dun, dun. There's the backyard. So small backyard, but like a nice, big, beautiful green lawn. Ugh, love it. Okay, gosh dang it. Show me the inside of the freaking house. Well, whoever's trying to sell this house is trying to sell you on the lot, right? Because that's really what you're buying. All right, now we're on the inside. Classic, right? Hardwood floor with carpet right in the middle that probably hasn't been changed in 30 years. No kidding. In fact, you also have like the patterns, right? So it's like a square around here. You can kind of see the patterns of it. And the thing that kind of sucks about this is like you could just replace this carpet, but if you replace that carpet, you're still stuck with this weird flow. And like nobody does this anymore for a reason. So you could just replace that carpet, but if you wanted the floor to all be the same, then you basically have to like tear up all that beautiful hardwood. But you can also see, it's funny in this house, the colors, I mean, they just throughout the house, there's like so many different colors. So it feels like it hasn't been painted or updated in forever. Now, the one thing that they did for sure do in this house was the cabinets. These look like, if I was a betting man, I didn't read the listing description, but they look like kind of naughty alder with a really, really dark stain. And they do at least have updated appliances, although I don't see a fridge. But so those are pretty, but gosh, that is not the right color for this. This should be like matte black, would look way better. A lot of this like molding, extra molding, it's just like it could, okay, here's that split level that we were talking about that we assumed. There's more colors, mirror, closets, teeny tiny little bathroom, terrible photo. What? That must have been a kid's room. Usually I don't really want to click through all these photos, but this is likely the master, and then you have the basement. So going back to it, this is such a perfect example of what you'll find over in the Rockrimmon neighborhood, right? In that $500,000 range, will you find a cool property? Yes, but it's likely not going to be updated. Now that house is super rad, and so if you have the money to do the updates, well then by golly, do the updates. But if you don't have the money to do the updates, well then you're going to be kind of stuck with this house. I didn't click on these two. I want to see this one. This one's also at $499. Now 4 beds squeezed into 1,800 square feet. That's pretty tiny. Let's take a look. Oh, okay. I have seen this one. It's got a nice big lot right next to the canal system. Okay, this is cute. Right? Now this has been updated, but again, you're looking at 4 bedrooms in 1,800 square feet. So that's very small. A lot of people wouldn't even see this because this just in my experience, a lot of clients, they're setting like 2,000 square foot minimum. Just, it doesn't mean that you should do that, but a lot of people do that. So I like this different wood. I don't mind that this looks different. It's got the updated flooring, pretty colors. Nice granite countertop, that blue with okay, see, these are like the handles that I was talking about. Those are pretty. I like it. Okay, I'm gonna close out of that because I want to see one more bop of the master to see if they did like the whole thing. Yeah, all right, so you can see down here, master bathroom has been updated. Now, when was this house built? 1980. Bingo. Raised ranch. Been on the market for 8 days. Let's see the lot size on this thing. Where is the lot again? Sorry, my camera is like right in front of half the screen. Okay, we're gonna control F, lot. Here we go. Almost a half an acre. That's why this house is $500,000. It's not because that is very, very tiny. And you can see, remember the other one we looked at was $185 a square foot. Now we're looking at $285 a square foot, but it's on a half acre. But it's updated, so it's kind of cute. I like it, right? So you've got the idea of the house. And I just want to highlight, in fact, we'll have a video linked. You can go watch this. This is one of my favorite neighborhoods. I love the Rockrimmon neighborhood because it fits my type of bang for your buck, which is the location and that Colorado feel. And we have a whole video of a neighborhood tour of Rockrimmon. It's pretty awesome. But some of the things that exist out here, hello, Ute Valley Park, right, like we said, right here in the center, on Garden of the Gods Road, that is actually like a pretty commercial little district. You have Trinity Brew, which is right here. As you come up around Centennial Brew, you have Red Leg Brewery. I don't know, it's not my favorite. Trinity Brew has super good food. It has really good beers, good ciders, great service, great atmosphere, live music. Over here on the west side, right below Allegheny, actually, right here, there's a Josh and John's, which is some of the best ice cream in the city. And then you can just see as we zoom out, look at that incredible location. So to get downtown, 11 minutes. To get to the Air Force Academy, 11 minutes. I mean, if you go into the North Gate, if you go to this gate right here, hold on, get out of here. If you go, stop it. If you go to this gate, right, and you're going in through the south entrance, super close, Briargate, which has a bunch of shopping. This is like the big shopping district right in here. So that's also 10 minutes. So it's such a good location. There is a lot of like business and tech kind of over here, but really Rockrimmon just provides such good access for work. It's got a great school district. It bops into that District 20. And then I guess the last thing that I'll say about this neighborhood, besides the unbelievable views and easy access to Garden of the Gods, hello, is if you were to look on a website like niche.com and you were looking up crime rates and stuff like that, according to the data, it's also a relatively, really safe neighborhood as well. Very well maintained, very clean, very, just really great. So that's the Rockrimmon neighborhood. But you know, that's not what bang for your buck is for everybody. Some people's bang for your buck means it could mean something a little bit different. But are you looking for more than just a home? You're looking for kind of all the things. You've got good location, great school districts, the amenities, neighborhood, the outdoor activities, the facilities. Like you want something that's like, I don't want to use the word family friendly, but that just like quintessential neighborhood has got it all. Well, then there is one neighborhood that you need to look at. However, what you're going to find is as we look at this one, $500,000, you can get something, but it's not going to be, you're not going to have a lot of options is what I'm getting at. All right, let's go back to our map. So we just looked at Rockrimmon, which is right over here, Northwest Colorado Springs. And now we're going to go just to the north and east of it to this beauty that if you know anything about Colorado Springs, you have certainly heard of, Briargate. So let's dive in to the old Briargate. So obviously, first and foremost, super easy access to the Air Force Academy. This 21 is also known as Powers Boulevard. So that's great access. You also have easy access to I-25, whether you're going to go north or south, super easy peasy. And then what's kind of the north limit and the south limit? Well, the south limit is typically defined by Woodman. That's kind of the edge of the Briargate neighborhood. And then as you come north, I would say probably Interquest is kind of the north section of it. At least that's how, if you look up here in our relocation guide, as that pulls up. By the way, if you guys want to download this, head to our website and it is free. And honestly, you know, whether you're moving here or you already live here or you're just coming to visit or you have people that are coming to visit, this is such a cool way to add value to your friends and family and your own life. But this is what's in here: neighborhoods, education, things to do, dining, local tips and tricks. We review some of our favorite restaurants. But here you can see Briargate, right? There's Woodman, and there is Interquest right there. So really great resource here. Anywho, that is on our website, explorespringshomes.com. That is linked below. Feel free to download it. Support the homies. I mean, it's free, so whatever. Okay, back to the map. So let's go ahead and draw a little chuchamanja. Let's go, we'll use a rectangle. Now I know what's gonna happen is when I draw this rectangle, it's going to include, you know, a couple houses that aren't technically, we don't even need to go that high. So we'll just go boop, just like that. Okay, it did drop that one out. Technically it's on the south side of Woodman. So is that one, so we won't look at it. But let's see what you get up here. We'll start 1,908 square feet, 4-bed, 3-bath. Little tri-level action, okay, 1981 build. So there's another house up here, 1966 build, so kind of that 60s, 70s, 80s vibe going on up here. And again, in the $500,000 range, it's going to be pretty common for people to rely on the namesake of Briargate and not have updated homes, which you'll see as we click through. All right, so it's just a big open concept area, which was not really a thing back then, but. And is it updated? Yeah, I would say that's, you know, that looks much better than like a I don't even remember what year we just said, 80s build. But it's nothing like spectacular, right? Like this is obviously outdated. Most people are using stainless steel appliances to make them look real pretty. But you can see the cabinets have at least been updated from their original ones, although those, at least from this picture, seem to look original. The devilish popcorn ceilings that everybody freaking hates. You know, when I bought my first house, I had popcorn ceilings and I was like, oh, I have to get rid of those. And I did that because like everyone told me that I was supposed to, or I felt like I was supposed to. And then you know what I did? I never got rid of them and my house is just fine. It's okay. I don't want to look at all these photos, but I do want you to understand just kind of like, it's not, again, like when we look at Lorson Ranch and you have a brand new 2020 build or 2019 build, it's just not the same. So that's probably a guest bedroom. It'd be really nice if there was a button so I didn't always have to come back here. We got this, is this the master? LOL. I also just have a random shag and chairs. Ooh, cool. Okay, so a little walkout. So maybe this is the basement, a little walkout basement with the bathroom down there. Anyway, we'll just kind of click through it pretty quick and you can get the feel. I think that's the master actually, which is so crazy. It's pretty hilarious to me that like, it wasn't really until like the 90s, late 90s, 2000s, I feel like, that master suites started getting like real nice. Let's go back to the map and see what else we got here in the old Briargate. Okay. Now again, the benefit of living up here is you're in the District 20 schools. You've got, I mean, which is according to all the math and all the review systems. I don't have kids, so, you know, I only know so much about schools, but they're reviewed really high, or ranked really high. Okay, this is classic. Did you see what this is built in 1987? Again, 4 levels, so a bunch of split level stuff, which some people freaking hate, and 2,600 square feet, but it is under contract. Boink! Super fast. So I'm very curious about that. But you can see it's a pretty, okay, unique, but wowza. Look at all that tan. Wow. You got the natural wood with the tile countertops, with the tile backsplash, with the tan colored walls, with more brown on the doors. This is crazy. This is the most singular palette of color I've ever seen. Wow, that's stressful. But you know what? This is what's crazy about this, is like those cabinets look like they're in great shape and you could repaint those. Like, okay, I'm just gonna throw some stuff out here. Like a dark olive green or something. And then, I mean, I like white, so I just do like, white walls. And then some beautiful subway tile. Get rid of this crap and put beautiful granite countertops. A nice big farm sink right there, like a black one or a copper one. See, like you do some stuff like that and it's like, oh. And look, that's quite, oh yeah, I can get rid of all this flooring. Blech. So here's the thing, is you're buying this house for $500,000, but I mean, we're talking, I don't think you have to rip all of this out. It's just sanding and painting and doing some updates. $15,000, it's a lot of countertop space. That's why I kind of threw a higher number. But you don't have to like totally reno this whole thing to make it look cute. But okay, this is also classic, right? In this time era, this like the wood trim. So like I would want to change all that out. It's a lot of carpet. I'm gonna exit out and we'll just look at the bulk of the photos again. But like, it looks like it's in really good shape and in good condition. Unfinished basement, big yard. The yard could do some landscaping. It looks kind of booty, in my opinion. But a big old concrete patio, the walkout over here, a nice shed in the backyard. But yeah, like the master here, it's nothing like to write home about. In fact, they didn't even show a picture of the bathroom because it's probably kind of sucky. So just be prepared that like in the Briargate neighborhood, for $500,000, you're not getting a totally updated renoed house. All right, and we'll look at one more over here, 2235 square feet. Boink, virtually staged, which is kind of cool technology. But okay, so this one like is updated, but I literally have clients right now that are like, I don't want a house that was just a flip. And this screams flip to me because look at the color palette, right? They put in like gray floor, gray carpet, gray walls. They minimally updated the kitchen. Like, oh guys, take the extra step. Paint these like a nice, if you're gonna do all this gray tone, do like a dark green or like a dark blue that kind of has that like grayish hue to it. Make it look pretty. Change those handles. Virtually staged, but nice size bedroom. Okay, so you can see, right, like changing out this. I personally like a little bit taller. That's just my opinion. The virtual staging, good job. It's amazing how much better it makes the place look. Okay, this is the master. Okay, so not bad, right? I wish they would have done some stuff with the cabinets, but it's definitely nice and move-inable. It's $475, and there's a reason that it was on the market for a week, right? And it went under contract because it's in good condition. And again, when you look at Briargate, you don't have the luxury, if you're in the $500,000 range, you don't have a lot of options. There's 4. Oh yeah, no, there are 5 because this one is like stacked right there. So just keep that in mind. Now, again, what is the benefit? Hello. All the growth and like commercial, this is like commercial district is right up here. Interquest, that's where Shields is. You've got a bunch of restaurants up here, great schools, close to the Air Force Academy. I can't remember exactly where, but the amphitheater is being built somewhere up north, and I can't remember exactly where. You have indoor soccer parks, you've got open spaces. Briargate is really, it's quintessential, and it's a great place to live. It's a great place to raise a family. It's a great place for a working professional. But you can see there's not a lot of options. Briargate also has the Briargate YMCA, which is pretty huge. And then if you come over here, now this is technically not the Briargate neighborhood, but it's really easy access. Well, you have hospitals. There's multiple hospitals here. So up on Interquest, you've got hospitals along Briargate Parkway, which is really popular and busy. Over here, you have a big, I think this is a UC Health. I can't remember. You have a UC Health right over here. You have a Lifetime Fitness, which some people, they move here and that's like where they want to be. I just want to be close to a Lifetime Fitness. So, again, Briargate is awesome. Great for families, great for married couples, not married couples, whatever. There's just, it's in the heart. Now, I'll tell you what I personally don't like about Briargate is all the restaurants that are up there, I feel like are chain restaurants. You have way fewer of the little boutique restaurants or little like local culinary experiences, local boutique shops. It's a lot of big box chain type of stuff, which is not bad. It's just what you get up there. Most of that stuff is actually closer to the next area that we're going to look at. Okay, if you see your home as more than just a dwelling place or a place to live, but you see it also as an investment opportunity and a place that appreciates, well, really all of these neighborhoods, I wouldn't consider Lorson Ranch great for that. Briargate and Rockrimmon, yes, but where I really feel like the best bang for your buck is going to be Old Colorado City. Why? Location, amenities, classic historical feel. It's right next to the downtown area. So let's go to our trusty map and take a look at what we've got. Okay, here's Colorado Springs. We've got I-25 running north and south down to Pueblo. I-24 that heads west. We've got Manitou Springs here. And as we zoom in, okay, so don't get too confused because this is downtown Colorado Springs, highlighted by Nevada Avenue. And this is Old Colorado City, okay? We'll consider it really kind of Film, or I would say Mesa Road, truthfully, down to I-24. I mean, technically you could even drop it down below here, but it doesn't even matter because there's basically nothing for sale. Again, kind of a problem. If you're in the $500,000 range, that's your budget. So we're just going to go ahead and highlight that. Again, remembering that, we don't want to push all the way out there. So this will be a short segment because there's only two houses to look at. We'll start here, $499, 3-bed, 2-bath, 2,800 square foot. Now that's actually a pretty big house for Old Colorado City, but there's the kicker right there. Boom, 1899 was the year that this rig was built. $178 a square foot, so that's pretty average, like what we've been seeing. But now let's look at the house, right? So again, you're like, wait a minute. Think about what we just said. We were looking at houses in Lorson Ranch that were $180 a square foot, but they were built in 2022. Now we're looking at a house built in 1899 that is also $180 a square foot. It's 2-story, it's 3.2. That 2 is actually kind of not common in Old Colorado City, which is why homes there are kind of weird because there's a lot of 1-bathroom. But let's look at the house. I'm going to click on these because I think this house is so cool looking and a great opportunity. I love the landscaping out front. There's a lot going on. It looks like a separate entrance to a basement there. Not totally sure. Kind of a fun, I can't use the arrows, kind of a fun, whatever that is, castle. Okay, does that not feel like an 1899 house? Yes, it does. And then, okay, the thing about Old Colorado City is what I've noticed is that like a lot of these houses, they just take the right buyer. So if you have 1 bathroom, like that doesn't work for like a normal family in most cases. So you have a lot of couples that move down here or young professionals that want to be close to a lot of breweries, a lot of restaurants, easy access to the mountains, obviously like 5 minutes. Let's click through. Old wood, if that's even drywall. Yeah, look at that. Ugh, it's so, you got some exposed brick. Was that intentional? I don't know. Kind of looks like it, but it kind of looks ugly. It doesn't look very good. So it would need a lot of updates if you were trying to like really modernize it and flip it or make it good for resale. But you see, they've kept these old wood floors, which are really, really beautiful. That's this terrible kitchen. The walls are just destroyed. This is $500,000. Now, I actually don't think that's crazy because again, this neighborhood, it has a lot of these like old builds. And if we were to open the search up, But there's always going to be good market activity down here, even if sometimes the houses sell a little bit slower because they're weird. This is not a handrail. They're really, really unique. And if they're done right, they appreciate, they hold their value. I think it's a great little neighborhood. Wow, this is atrocious. So it's a project. That's the point. That's the point I'm getting at. There's only two, so let's look at the other one. Bazinga. Okay, 1965, not as bad. This one is a little bit, how big is this lot? We've got 0.18, so that's a pretty good sized lot, honestly, for down here. Okay, yeah. Oh, what a great location, too. Oh, let's take a look. Newly painted exterior. Walk to the majestic Garden of the Gods. Yeah, look at that. Whew, from that house, you can walk there. Hello. All right, let's take a look inside. Lots of natural light. I read that. Yes. And actually, updated. But, okay, like this kind of weird space. So when I say updated, I mean it's got paint. And it has granite countertops. Maybe I should make this smaller. Oh, that's better. Now we can see the whole image. Look at this tiny kitchen. There's no island. And look, the type of project, everyone wants to like blow out walls because they watch too much HGTV, and look, I do too. But you have electric running through here, you have water running through here, you have potentially gas running through here. So like just dropping that wall and opening up this space is not always an option. So you have a very small kitchen space. Okay, we get it. Let's look at more pictures. Ooh, really big yard. Boom, huge. Okay, garden level. I love these old, oh my gosh, the wood stoves. Whew, those things put off a lot of freaking heat. But you can just see, like, it's also not updated. It's just painted white. It's like putting lipstick on a pig. I love that saying. Modern gray cabinetry. Make this kitchen light and bright, but still freaking tiny. So that's $500,000 as well. Why would somebody buy here? I'll just hit this real quick because I feel like I didn't cover it well enough. I'm going to delete this shape. So we've got here, but Garden of the Gods right there. Bear Creek Regional Park right there. North Cheyenne Canyon right over here. The Broadmoor right there. Manitou. Easy access to I-24. Downtown right there. Bing, bang, boom. And then down like on Colorado Avenue, which by the way also would maybe make me not want to buy this house. If I'm being honest. That's a busy street. Anyway, but on Colorado Avenue, you've got a great farmer's market here, tons of restaurant, Bon-Tons, Jake and Telly's, Mother Muffs, great restaurants, great little shops, kind of competes with the downtown coolness as well. So really a lot to do, very walkable. We did a whole video on most walkable neighborhoods as well. We also did a whole neighborhood tour of Old Colorado City. If this place interests you and you want to understand what else is available, maybe your budget is outside of $500,000, so take a look at that video. We'll try to link it now. I don't know if we can do that or at the end of the video, but definitely give that a watch if the Old Colorado City is maybe for you. But now I feel like we're getting to the real question. This is the last and final segment. Thank you for sticking with me. The last and final segment. Which one has it all? Thank you so much for sticking with me this far. And now we're going to reveal the top dog, the bang for your buck. If somebody were to ask me that question again and just say, Kyle, what is the best bang for my buck? And they didn't give me any details about themselves, which by the way, I would ask them more questions so I could get to know them, because I can't help you if I don't know anything about you. But if they just want to know what is the best bang for your buck neighborhood, well, I'm about to tell you. It is, drum roll, Northeast Colorado Springs, which is funny because it's actually not super northeast. Let's go to our trusty, I keep wanting to say trusty dusty map. Trusty crusty, trusty rusty. There's no good words other than trusty. Let's go to our trusty map and take a look Northeast Colorado Springs sounds like it's up here, but it's called Northeast Colorado Springs based off of the original city center way before it expanded, and now we have this like kind of behemoth. So I'll go ahead and draw it. Obviously, it is bound by I-25. It looks like we'll get that house in there. And really, it doesn't really go past Union. I don't really want, we're just going to stop it right there. Boom. And you can see, again, it is great bang for your buck, but we only have 5 options. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now I'm going to start with this one over here because this is Pulpit Rock. Pulpit Rock, you'll notice as you're driving up I-25 and you look over to the east, it's just this really gorgeous rock formation. That's where we watched the fireworks from this year. There's some really gorgeous neighborhoods, and I'd really encourage you to just drive through there. But let's take a look at what you get here. And we won't click through all these, but you see 1981 build, 2,000 square feet, 3.3, 519,000. 105 days on market. My guess, without even clicking on this, probably one of the reasons that it's been on the market for so long is because of this proximity. I have been in this neighborhood, and it can be pretty loud as you get over here, but as you go towards the east, it kind of goes up a hill, and there's a lot of trees, and it does kind of help block out the sound. In fact, speaking of trees, look at that. So this is pretty decently updated, right? As we just scroll through, kind of looks like they just did like the kind of basic, the gray tones, and it's not completely updated. Kind of like this backyard space, a cool little deck. Okay, I think one of the selling points of this house, though, which I feel like they didn't market super well, is this. Not this, but that's Pulpit Rock, right? It backs. Nobody will ever build behind you, which is pretty awesome. So I'd be really curious to talk to the agent and figure out why this thing's been on the market for so long. But there you go. Let's look at another one. So if we come up here towards Dublin, but again, like I said, we're going to have Dublin Boulevard. We're going to have it go all the way up to Woodman. I've seen this house. We'll click on it just so that you can see it real quick. It's a cool outside, but the interior not updated at all. Weird countertops, old tile, and this is right off of Woodman. But a pretty sweet lot. It's on about a half acre, kind of this cool, very like country feel, which I like a lot. And then what else are we getting here? We'll look at one more. Which one? Okay, sweet. Number 2. We're gonna look at this one. 2,700 square feet, 4 bed, 3 bath. Okay, so that's pretty good. Also sitting at $180 a square foot. 1979 build, days on market 21. So we got a ranch style. We haven't looked at a lot of ranch styles. I like these exposed beams overhead, hardwood floors, big fireplace, right? Like, so easy. You could like whitewash this and make it look really, really gorgeous, or just like paint in the, there's a lot of tutorials on this. Paint the mortar like white, and then like whitewash, do that a little bit darker, make this look really like poppy. Not a huge kitchen. Cool deck, really like covered. Now this might drive people nuts, but not a super big backyard. Master shower area, looks like a gym locker room. Very interesting. Okay, now I want to see the other one that's right here. So we're gonna go look at it because I want to compare, because it also kind of looked nice. Come on. Oh, who was this one? Okay, 1992 build, so quite a bit newer. This one is under contract, and boom, priced right, 2,100 square feet, updated. Okay, so do you see this? The quality of your home that's such a great example of the days on market before this thing went under contract. There's a general rule of thumb in real estate that you should put about 1% of the price of the home into the home itself. And that's for like general maintenance and updates. And the updates don't all have to happen at once. At least best case, they don't have to all happen at once. It could be paint. It could be new flooring. It could be changing light fixtures. Like look, so when you compare these two homes, is it any wonder why this one is under contract after 3 days at $500,000 and the other one isn't? The only thing this thing doesn't have, which the other one didn't have either, is stone countertops. Okay. I just want to see like the rest of the photos here, but it looks like in really, really good shape. Huge lot. How big is this lot? Past it. 1/4 acre. Killer. Welcome home to this well-maintained beauty located in the heart of Colorado Springs, boasting 4 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms. This home offers ample living space and a huge backyard for entertaining. Basement finished and permitted. Hello. New electrical panel, 2021. Newer roof, 2019. This house is a must-see. Yeah, it was, and it went under contract. So let's go back to the map. I just want to touch base one more time. Why is this best bang for your buck? Because you've got the open space. You can get to the amenities of Ute Valley Park. You can get to the amenities of Briargate. You can get to Trinity Brew, which is a must. Good school systems over here. You've got easy access to outdoor activities. You've got easy access to good schools, lots of commercial businesses. It's just such a good central location. I mean, hello, ba-bing, right? But again, you're going to be competing in the $500,000 price range. I hope this video was helpful. Make sure to download our relocation guide. Make sure to watch the neighborhood tours of any of these neighborhoods that we have finished, that you have more interest in. We have finished the old Colorado City one. We've finished Rockrimmon. We have finished the Southwest Colorado Springs one. And if you have any other questions of something that we haven't finished or covered, holler and I'll go film them for you. But bang for your buck. It's not as cut and dry as people think. So when you're asking that question, make sure that you're really thinking through, what is bang for buck? What is my value proposition? Or what is it that I consider to be the most important when I am buying a home? Thank you. I hope this is valuable. Soup.